Today, Presidents 43 and 44 were together in Tanzania, Africa, far, far away from the White House, which is dealing with the fallout of all its intelligence secrets being laid bare for the world to see. Secrets created by both Presidents Bush and Obama. Now, these two men seemingly couldn't be more different. Barely of the same generation, they are from different socioeconomic backgrounds, from different parts of the country, from different intellectual backgrounds and professions. They had different upbringings, different hobbies, different religious beliefs. But they did hold the same office. And that's why today, Bush and Obama look more similar than ever before. It's as though the White House took hold of these two men, these two very different men, chewed them up, spit them out into two monochromatic globs who forgot who they were before moving into the highest office in the land, and most importantly, forgot their ideals. Remember, it was as a presidential candidate in 2007 that Barack Obama opposed mass domestic surveillance.
I will provide our intelligence and law enforcement agencies with the tools they need to track and take out the terrorists without undermining our Constitution and our freedom. That means no more illegal wiretapping of American citizens. No more national security letters to spy on citizens who are not suspected of a crime. No more tracking citizens who do nothing more than protest a misguided war. No more ignoring the law when it is inconvenient.
And remember, it was as a senator in 2007 that Barack Obama took on Bush's White House and supported legislation that would have protected journalists from heavy-handed subpoenas by the Department of Justice. It was called the Free Flow of Information Act, and it failed. And 2 years later, when Obama was in the White House, he made sure the legislation failed again. He then turned his Justice Department loose on journalists at the AP and at Fox News. And remember, as a member of the Illinois Senate in 2002, Barack Obama spoke out so passionately against the Iraq War. And then as president a decade later, he's at the helm of a global drone war targeting not just Afghanistan and Iraq, but also Pakistan, Yemen, and Somalia. So what causes this transformation? Maybe it's what Eisenhower warned of in 1961, the power of the military-industrial complex. Maybe it's the immense political pressure to keep the nation safe from terrorism. Maybe it's the weight of responsibility of steering a world superpower. Maybe it's a combination of all of these. But it's affected not just Obama and not just Bush, but also Bill Clinton and George H.W. Bush and Ronald Reagan. All have used the force of our military around the world. In fact, the only president who didn't start his own conflict was Jimmy Carter, and that was more than 30 years ago. And today, he's distinguished himself from both Bush and Obama, calling Snowden's leaks beneficial. But Carter was tossed out of the White House after only one term. And the presidents who came later learned this lesson. And now, here they both are. Two-term presidents. Bush, the man who created the surveillance machine, and Obama, the man who innovated it. Both shaped not by their political ideology, but by their time in the White House, taking the reins of the American superpower and doing everything it takes, from war to mass surveillance, to hold on in a world that's becoming more and more hostile to superpowers. In Washington, Sam Sachs, RT.